Hey everyone, welcome to my Flosstube. I have Lady here with me. Say hello. She is monitoring my mess. Yeah, so since I didn't post a video last week, or I guess this week, I decided that I wanted to give you guys a little something extra. So let's talk about pattern designers. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, I want to tell you guys my top 5 designers. And then I was going through the list. I was like, oh, I can't stop at 5. Let's go to 10. I kept going on the list. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't stop at 10. Let's go 15. So here is my list of top 15. And these are like ones that I just either currently have a pattern for, or I have a whip going for it. So either pattern in stash or a current whip. I have a ton that I want to stitch that I peruse their websites or Etsy shops or whatever, but I haven't started it. So I'm not counting those quite yet. Maybe later I'll do a list of like my top 2 stitch. But here we go. So these are not in any particular order. They are just who came to mind when I was thinking of them. So the first one is Primrose Cottage, and these aren't necessarily my favorite patterns from them. They're just, you know, patterns that I had in stash that I pulled so that you could kind of have a reference. So Primrose Cottage has a whole line of these quilt patterns. They've got one for, I think, just about every season / holiday. They have the general seasons, the spring, summer, winter, fall, Quakers. They have these quilts. They have sister patterns for these that are Quakers. And then they have a whole ton of other stuff. And it looks like they just opened a shop in Utah, I believe in St. George, which, if memory serves, that's like the very tip of Utah, closest to Nevada. I've driven through there several times when I was driving to Las Vegas to see family. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. That's reasonably close to me. I think Green River, Utah is halfway between Denver and Las Vegas. So I don't know. And I don't know how I would get there from Colorado Springs, because when you go to Las Vegas, you take I-70 west until it dead ends in Utah. And then I think you take, it might be I-15 south. I don't know. I don't remember. But halfway between Denver and Las Vegas is Green River, Utah. So I don't know. But St. George is right there, I believe, off one of the highways. Anyway, so they have a shop opening up. If you guys are close to it, like, definitely duck your heads in and, you know, let me know about it. I follow their there's a wasp. I tried spraying down their nest yesterday, but because it's up in the corner by this window here. And I completely soaked the nest. It was soggy, but I wasn't able to knock it down because it was way too high. And I can't open this window because the screen is super old. I don't think it's ever been taken out before. One of the tabs was missing, you know, that you pull on to get the screen out. And when I was pulling on the other one, it just basically disintegrated in my hand. So, well, we'll see. That's a husband job. Husband's still in Germany. He's coming tomorrow. So I'm going to be like, hey, figure that out. But anyway, Utah, go to their shop. And yeah, I purchased this one from Heartland Quilting and Stitching. They have an Etsy shop and they have a website. So yeah, go check them out. I think most of these I actually got from Heartland. I don't know. It's either Heartland or 123 Stitch. But anyway, Primrose Cottage, number 1. That took 5 minutes to tell you my first one. I'm sorry, I will go through these faster. Okay, my next is Country Cottage Needleworks. They are the ones who have the monthly cottages. This one is just a standalone Happy Holidays one. I just thought it was gorgeous. I love the colors on it. And that checkerboard is, I couldn't figure out if that was fabric or if it was stitched, and it is stitched. So, yeah, so I rarely use the same cloth that is stitched on the model. But this one, if I didn't get the exact cloth, I got a similar color. Yeah, their designs are just so simple and lovely, and you know, everything. Speaking of Country Cottage Needleworks, I have a little bit of haul to open up at the end of this video. You know what? No, let's open it up now. Certainly. So I am in the Heartland Quilting and Stitching Auto Ship Club for Country Cottage Needleworks monthly mini cottages, and I just received June, and it is so stinking adorable. You guys have no idea. But here is June. Isn't that cute? Yeah. Let's get a little bit more focused. But yes, it's just so summery and lovely, and I'm so excited to stitch these. I need to finish my Cottage of the Months first before I dip into these. But I saw the auto ship program, and I was like, they give you a little bit of a discount if you do the auto ship. And they did do an entire pack of all the called for flosses. I don't think it was silks. I think it was floss. I believe it's around $100 in their shop. And sorry if you guys are getting any sort of wind. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut this. Sorry, we got really close there. Because I don't know if I don't know how it's if the breeze was blowing on the microphone or not. But anyway, yeah, so they have so many patterns. They have whole collections of all sorts of different like ones. They have a lot of Christmas stuff, but they're all just so cute. Like I mean, these were one of my favorites from when I, you know, started to come back to stitching, and I just can't get enough of them. I go on their website all the time and just window shop because I want them all. Of course we want them all. That's why we're here. That's why we have Flosstube, is because we want all the patterns, and we have to live vicariously through other people, because we can't realistically have all the patterns. It's just not possible. I don't think, at least. I don't know. Okay, another another one that I absolutely love is Cottage Garden Samplings. They have several series that I want to stitch all of them. We have the Year in the Woods series. I'm currently working on the Fox. There are 12 in these, and 6 days ago, I just saw it this morning, but 6 days ago they announced that they are having a Year in the Woods 2 series. The first one that she announced was a wolf. So I think they're going to be not as seasonally specific like the first go around was or is, but they're just going to be a little bit more general woodland animals, I believe. So excited for that. And I haven't even finished the first one yet. So I'm also working on their Fabulous House series. I have Santa's house and the castle. The castle's, I'm calling Castle Gorka. Go to my Flosstube number 2, and you'll see my start on that. I haven't really picked it up since. All right, number 3. Sorry, that was number 3. Number 4. I don't have any physical patterns for these, but my next 3 are Heaven and Earth designs. I don't think they specifically designed for cross stitch. I think they're just artists whose work is licensed through Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm suddenly blanking on her name. Michelle, Heaven Earth Designs. She charts them out for cross stitch. So my first one is Donna Gelsinger. She has these gorgeous, I can't even describe them. They're just absolutely beautiful. At first they look so simple, but then like when you really start looking at them, you realize exactly how much detail's in them. The ones that I have that I can think of off the top of my head, I have Cardinal in a Snowy Pine because I absolutely love cardinals. I have, might be the mini American Angel. I also have the turkey one, which is called, I don't remember what it's called. And then I also have the deer one, and I don't remember what that's called either. I think that's it. I don't have any active Donna Gelsingers going on at the moment, but she is in my pattern stash, and I am like, I've been kind of having to hold back from starting one because I was like, I need to whip down first, or at least get some more progress on some of my Hades before I start a new one. So I don't know. It's between her and my next favorite designer, who is Amy Stewart. Amy Stewart uses color like nobody's business. Her patterns mostly are so bright and vivacious. Like they are, the way that she uses pink in particular is just incredible. So for hers, I have, I think it's Love Chocolate Shop or something chocolate shop. I have US Travel Shelf, I think. And I think Kim from, I know she admins Full Coverage Fanatics on Facebook. And I need to write down that. I need the Kim. What is her? It might just even be Kim Hollenbach, maybe. I don't know. I'll put it right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's working on that one. Other Amy Stewarts. I think I have one more Amy Stewart, and I can't think of it right now. But I think I have one more. And then my, let's see, number 6 on my list is Dominic Davison. If you're familiar with Heaven and Earth Designs, you know all 3 of these designers. They are probably, I'm sure, among the most popular. I'm currently working on Mountain Cabin. You guys saw my progress a couple of videos back, and oh, I just love that one so much. I know that Stitchery Lovers is doing that one. And the Sleepy Stitcher, whose name is, my brain is just, since coming back from Germany, like today is Friday, I came back Saturday, and yesterday was the first day that I really felt like my head was screwed on straight. So So I will link all these people below. So yeah, so he has, Dominic Davison has some beautiful landscape pieces. I know there's one about like the streets of Paris, or I think there's several Paris ones. And he's just got such beautiful work. And he uses color really well too. All three of these just use color amazingly. You know, his is more in a setting of kind of a landscape, you know, with lots of little details, little pops of color here and there. Amy Stewart is bold. Here is color for you. And Donna Gelsinger is a little bit more strategic in hers. Hers are mostly, I think I withdrew from art history, or I just decided to just stop going. And so I don't really know exactly what all these types of art are called, but she has a lot of like subjects, I guess, pieces where it's like, you know, Santa Claus, or you know, she has the cardinal, or the angel. Oh, I also have Nativity from Donna Gelsinger. You know, so she has, you know, she paints more like people. Dominic Davison is scenery. Amy Stewart is more like objects kind of thing. So all Heaven and Earth designs, all amazing artists. Next we have, you know what, let's do this. I originally brought this one up, but I have another unboxing to do. And this one is Sweet Wing Studio. This is the Wordy Birds monthly club through Heartland Quilting and Stitching. And this one is the June one. And folks, we got some flamingos. Look at how beautiful that is. The birds of a feather flock together. So, yeah. I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to change that to like June is popping out all over or something like that. Or busting out all over. Oh man, I'm going to have to go back and look at that. I haven't thought about that in a while. Yeah, so because I'm part of the club, I got all the flosses. No. And like, I'm gonna have so much like 310 and B5200 or whatever this one is. Yeah. By the time this is all done. But here are the flosses. Are those pretty? Yes. So, yeah. And I also got the option of getting the fabric as well. So, this one is 32 count linen by Grace Notes. Mojito Smoothie is the color. It's this gorgeous like aqua blue, which I may actually use this one. It's a little bit more green than it's showing up on camera. It's definitely more aqua. I can't even tell, I don't think. And it's showing up on camera much more modeled than it actually is. So I may actually end up doing this one on this fabric. So most of them I'm switching out, like May. Like I feel like this is way too neutral for May. So I'm gonna put this one on a different, on a brighter fabric. But I think I'm gonna keep June the way it is. So, oh, so beautiful. Beautiful. What was this called? Mojito Smoothie. The other one I think is called Aqua Fresca, that I like from Grace Notes. We've gotten that one twice. We got that one with January and I think April. I think so. Yeah. So those are my two unboxings, both from Heartland Quilting and Stitching. My next one is Country Magic Stitch. Okay, she has, I don't know if she's still on Etsy. I know she has a website now, but she is it too much of a mess for you? I know. So and I believe it's she. I'm trying to remember her name. But she does these amazing travel posters, like vintage travel posters. And I did one for my brother, who was a cop down in Albuquerque. And so I stitched him this one. It's from Breaking Bad. And if you don't know that show, it is about a chemistry teacher who has cancer, or he discovers he has cancer. I only watched like the first episode. When they put the guy in the bathtub, if you know, you know, that's when they lost me. I was like, I can't handle this. But anyway, he finds out he has cancer, and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to afford this. And one of his former students was making meth. And he was like, well, you know, he was like, this is all just chemistry. So you need to find the right recipe for, you know, making the perfect crystal meth. And so it's all about them basically making meth and evading DEA agents and getting in trouble with other drug dealers. And it's just, my husband loves that show. I couldn't get past the bathtub thing. So anyway, but she has a whole bunch of other ones. She has ones based in fictional towns, she has a whole series on Lord of the Rings. She has a whole series on Harry Potter. I'm trying to think where some, I think Small Town Stitches is doing Diagon Alley, maybe. Who else is doing her stuff? She's pretty popular. So yeah, but then she's also got other ones where, you know, it's like Visit Colorado or Rocky Mountain National Park or whatever. And so, and they're all done in these fantastic vintage travel poster patterns, which have blocks of color, which are so much fun to stitch. Especially like if you've been working on Haid and you've got like, you know, you've just been going through confetti, and then you pick up a Country Magic Stitch where it just has blocks of color. It's such a nice break. And it's so soothing. I'm a two-hand stitcher. I do left underneath, right, or no, sorry. Yep, right underneath. There we go. Left on top. And I have a hoop with the holder, and I just, so yeah. So the blue flower is another one. I know that in Praise of Pollinators and I just are not getting along, and I was working on it today and realized that my bees are offset, which I'll show you in my normal update video. So I'm having trouble with that one. I'm hoping it's not a blue flower thing. I'm hoping it's just that pattern thing. But I also have this one from the blue flower. This was market release. Seasons of the Heart of the Mountains. You know, I'm in Colorado, so, you know, I live, you know, the mountains are 15 minutes that way. So yeah, they're just so like whimsical, and they're kind of busy. I didn't like them at first when I first saw them because they just felt too busy for me. But then when I realized that they're just adorable and whimsical and just downright beautiful, then I was like, you know what, and I've been going through and I find patterns that I like, that I've added to my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list, and I have a lot of the blue flower on there. like, what's the big one that everyone was stitching that I believe is a, it's got that yellow house at the top of it. It's called, is it Honeysuckle Farm? Something like that. But yeah, that's on my list to stitch. So Blue Flower, absolutely love them. Janine McGowan. My next one is Hands On Design, and I have not started this one yet. I have it kitted up, and let me just tell you about, I was watching, I don't think it was Sarah Stitchery, maybe it was. I had on my watch later playlist this morning, and so they were just running one, you know, into another. But I think it was Sarah who was saying that that, you know, she has all this stuff kitted up and didn't want to start it, you know, because she had too many whips or something. Maybe it wasn't Sarah. I don't know. Whoever it was that I was watching was saying this. And my thing is if you have it kitted up, like, start it. Like, there's really no difference between something that's kitted up and something that's a whip. It's these ones that you have patterns for, you don't have the patterns for yet, and you're getting the patterns for. In my mind, that's what I feel guilty doing. But if I have it kitted up, like, I don't have any trouble starting it. Because it's there, use it. That's my 2 cents. This is the Winter Folk one that my husband gave me for Christmas. And actually I kitted it up. I bought it, kitted it up, and was like, here, wrap this and give it to me. He was like, okay. Yeah, they have such beautiful designs. I'm not as familiar with them, but I know that they have a whole 4 seasons series on these, and then I believe they also did a Christmas one of these long, like, paddleboard ones. So I probably won't do it as paddleboard because I have a sewing machine, but I don't know how to use it. So, and I know, like, I think you actually glue them. I don't know. I'm not that creative, so I'll just slap it in a frame and go. But I have it kitted up. I'm waiting for it to come up on my wheel to start it. But yeah, I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. Again, their use of color with that blue in there, it's just amazing. So, and apparently there are several specialty stitches on this that I will have to figure out how to do. So we'll see. That's my dog. She's sitting behind me. She's sleeping. She snores because she has such a short snout. All right, my next one is Annie B's Folk Art. I started the, what's it called? It's a sampler. My goodness. This was supposed to be a fun, quick little video, and now I'm realizing, like, just how much editing I'm going to have to do for this one. But I started, I think I started something. It was my birthday start for 2024. Yeah, and it's a sampler, and it's like, there are parts of it that's, I think I'm doing 2/1, 1/1 on like 32 count or something like that, 28 count, I don't know. But like the wording in it is really small, so that's interesting to do. But yeah, again, I keep going through, you know, doing some shopping, and I keep finding all these Annie B's folk arts that I want to add to my cart. So she has made my list as one of, I'm assuming, I don't know. Anyway, some of these, like, I don't even know who the people behind these are. So I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm newish to this. So, you know, I came back into stitching, and I was doing monogamous stitching, and I was working on this one for my dad for 2 years solid. And I got burnt out on that, and then I just started getting on and buying all this stuff. So my next one is Heart and Hand. This was another market release. This is the Nativity Tiny Town, and they have a whole series of these tiny towns. So like on the back here, you've got your Thankful Tiny Town. So yeah, I'm gonna do a flat finish on this. I know that. Yeah, Heart and Hand, they have a whole bunch of amazingly cute stuff. Next is Plum Street Samplers. Again, like, I just can't get over how cute these patterns are. This one is Nelson. This is George Washington's horse, one of his horses. And I think there are some specialty stitches in this one as well. I could be wrong. And none of these ones that the sample's a pillow finish, I will not do pillow finishes. I know my limitations. But they've got, like, you know, and they've got that whole, like, Jump Clump and Fig Folk and what's the sloth one? They've got skunks. They're just so adorable and so, like, creative. Like, all these people are so much more creative than I will ever be. And I'm not saying that as, like, a slight on myself. I'm saying that to say that, like, these, they're so creative. I just can't. I want them all. Yeah, this one was an impulse buy for me. I saw it, I was like, I want it, and I got it. Number 14 is the Primitive Hare. This one is called Marley. This is in the Christmas Carol series, as Marley was dead to begin with. I read the Christmas Carol every Christmas. I just absolutely love that story. And this whole Marley was dead to begin with, as dead as a doornail. Charles Dickens had an amazing sense of humor, and it was so, like, subtle. It was amazing. But yeah, it's just, I got a notification there. There we go. But yeah, like, she has these like incredible patterns. She recently, like, cleared out her website, and I don't know if she relisted everything, but she relisted quite a bit. I don't know what her Etsy shop looks like now, but yeah, this one is definitely one that's on my list to stitch. And these pale letters here, that's Krennic. And I'm a little, I don't know. You hear all these things about people who use it who don't really care for it. So I don't know. We'll see. It's only 2 letters. I can always just, like, make them that same red. And I think it's a reference to the part in the book where he says that and maybe it's probably because the shadow on there. But I mean, in my brain, it's also a reference to the part where he says that Scrooge never painted out Marley's name on the sign. And so I always imagine it to be, like, pretty faded and everything. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. So, which brings me to number 15. I decided to leave number 15 open, blank. I want to hear from you guys. Who are your favorite designers? Who should be on my list of favorite designers who should take number 15's spot. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So this video is twice as long as I intended it to be. You know, I wanted to kind of put something out there to let you guys know that, you know, I'm still here and I'm still stitching. I just had jet lag brain that was giving me a hard time. So anyway, you know, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And yeah, oh, and all these patterns that I have, once I finish stitching them, I'm giving them away. I'm going to do giveaways on here. So if you, you know, want a chance to win some of these, you know, you have to be a current subscriber. These are not currently up for giveaway. I'm just showing what will be up at some point in the future as soon as I finish them. You know, subscribe, turn on the little bell, so that you can see when I post a video, and, you know, maybe you'll have an opportunity to win one of them. But anyway, until next week, I love you guys. Happy stitching, and I hope that you have an incredible weekend. Mwah!